creamstalk. Once upon a time, there was a young adult named Linda. She lived with her Chad dad.
One day, the Chad needed something to refresh him after a long day of lifting trains.
He tasked Linda with the job of going to the Starbucks and retrieving a quadruple black coffee with no creams or sugars, because he was too hardcore for the baby stuff like cream.
The Chad gave Linda a Starbucks coupon to trade for the coffee. She went down to Starbucks in her fake gold Tesla.
When she entered the store, everyone screamed and ran because they didn't want to be sued because of some stupid thing, like what kind of shoes they were wearing.
Linda walked up to the counter and demanded a quadruple black coffee with no creams or sugars.
When she handed over the coupon, the cashier realized something.
It was expired.
For 25 years.
And 2 seconds.
Dun, dun, dun!
He told this to Linda, not realizing what he had just done.
Linda started screaming, "I want to speak to your manager."
The man shrieked and said, "Please, no, I have a family. Here, take a free coffee and a latte."
Linda took both the coffees and went back to the house.
The Chad took one of the coffees and drank it all in one gulp, and then proceeded to eat the cup.
He gasped and regurgitated the latte all over Linda.
He yelled at Linda and said, "This coffee is too sweet."
He grabbed the coffee off Linda using air bending and threw it on the yard.
He then grabbed Linda by her hair and threw her into the troposphere.
She slammed into a floating castle sitting on a cloud of clotted cream.
She clambered onto the cloud, which appeared to be a solid for some reason, and she asked, to no one in particular, "Is this cream vegan?"
She walked up to the castle and realized that it was a giant Starbucks. She strutted inside and saw a giant.
The giant whirled around and said, "Oh no, you shouldn't be here."
Linda huffed because these kinds of people think they can go anywhere.
The giant said, "My husband just had a coffee with 500 ounces of caffeine. His eyes are dilated, he shakes constantly, and I just saw him read an entire encyclopedia in minutes. Worst of all, he is acting really crazy."
Linda decided that she wouldn't listen to this crazy giant, and she walked along.
She came across the giant, who was shaking so hard it made the walls vibrate.
He was fast asleep, passed out from the amount of coffee he had just consumed.
In his hands, he held a Target delivery package.
Her inner Linda motivated her to steal the bag, and she crept up to him as quiet as she could, which isn't very quiet at all, and stole it from under his fingers. She then ran out of the castle.
By then, the latte the Chad had yeeted into the yard earlier had grown into a mighty cream stalk, and it reached up to the castle.
Linda jumped and started to climb down the cream stalk.
When she reached the Chad's house, she screamed, "Come out here, stupid!"
The Chad crashed through the door, and Linda traded the bag, which contained mostly shampoo, for $1.25, and the Chad popped the bag into his mouth.
He then spat it out and yelled, "This isn't fruit, this is shampoo!"
He yeeted her back to the castle, and she snuck back in.
The giant was now awake, and he lumbered around chanting, "Fee, fi, fo, fabbage. I can't find my target baggage."
Behind him, Linda glimpsed a look at a BB-8 toy that was currently pooping out 5 tons of gold.
Again, her inner instincts compelled her to sneak past the giant yet again, and she hid the BB-8 toy in her shirt and slipped away.
She returned to her father's house and offered the BB-8 toy to her father, but again he was angry, for he was more of an R2-D2 fan anyway.
Slapped Linda into the troposphere, and she fell back down onto the castle.
She once again looked for drip worthy of her father's satisfaction.
She eventually heard a sound.
A beautiful singing filled her ears, and she spotted an Alexa speaker playing, "Never Gonna Give You Up."
Linda immediately knew she had to steal the Alexa and bring it back to her father, and finally appease him.
But as she was running away with the goods, the Alexa said, "Warning, unknown user detected."
And the giant woke up saying, "I didn't do it, I swear."
He then spotted Linda, and a slow-motion chase scene commenced.
Linda wasn't looking where she was going, and she fell off the castle and splattered her vital organs all over her fake gold Tesla.
The end! Then the Chad sang a beautiful ballad of Never gonna give you up with the Alexa.
Then are strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. Just wanna make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna roll around and desert you.